Hello, hello, it's the Modern Day Nana. All right, we are going to continue. I wanted to do one more in this beginner junk journal before we moved on to doing a whole different junk journal, binding it in a different way. So I want to go ahead and show you. I was thinking we could do the cover. And if you are just tuning in to this video, we're doing a series on beginner junk journals. So this one, you can look back. We deconstructed the book. I went ahead and kind of roughly got the pages together of what I wanted to do with this one. Now, this one is going to be a continuation, I told you guys, of my vision board that I did in one of the previous videos. So I just had paper that I went ahead and kind of, like I said, roughly did it with. We did this page, and this is just basically what I'm going to do. Now, I can embellish this more, and we'll just put the ring binders in it and poke some holes in it. Now, this is going to be a continuation. You can do your junk journal any way you want. This is just things I ripped out of magazines, different pages I had, some cards I had, but continuing on with my theme, we're going to, I'm going to fill in this journal as the year goes on, but I just wanted to show you what I did. I just took, and I did kind of go ahead and do this page. So this gives you an idea of what I'm doing. I'm really working on letting go of the past, of standing up, of making it happen, because I'm going to be writing a book this year. And so, I've got a clock on here for time, and these are just, you can look back, this is just the basics. This is just a, calendar page, okay, out of a book, or out of calendar, an old calendar. This was out of an old book. This is a guy up on a skyscraper, and this is before, obviously, a lot of the safety equipment. This was, I don't even know when this was, what year this was. Just got it out of an old book. I just put some ribbon, some scrap ribbon I had around it, just giving you ideas. And, you know, just things that I'm thinking that are going to apply to me. This dude, breathing fire. And I do feel like some of the words I'm going to be putting out are going to be breathing fire. I won't go through it all. This is just stuff I had. What you seek is seeking you. Quote from Rumi. Okay. This was just a piece of junk mail and something I had printed off, quotes. This book was cool, so this was just a page out of the book, and I can just collage over it. So I was just basically, this I just got off the internet, flutter into self-care like a butterfly, emerge rejuvenated. You know, I'm determined to do that this year, even though I'm going to be working hard. This was a card that I just covered up, you know, so you can pull things off if you want. A Google magazine, day by day, step by step. So I'm just kind of laying down the basics of what I want to build upon. Okay. Little girl out in the rain. That was out of that old book. Here's a girl collecting goodies in her basket. I was thinking he was kind of like my ancestors. He's there. He's looking out for me. He's watching out for me. I like that. A window. Carpe diem. Seize the day. just a coloring page so I can color. And you don't have to do all this at once. Like that quote, saw that and printed off. Just look up quotes, affirmations. I thought this was cute. I got a whole little pack of these at the thrift store. Self-therapy. This little girl, I had her in my stash. She's taken off her mask. Quotes. You get the idea. So, I just went ahead and got a, I don't know what this dude's doing, but I think it's still out of that book. Oops, sorry. He's definitely up, you know. Okay, and then here's the back cover. Now, I did on a lot of these, I just got out the tape dispenser and just used tape. Okay, but today I wanted to, and I think, unless we just hit it in some little short ones, I wanted to just do this cover, and I was thinking, I just pulled some stuff out that I had magazine-wise. Now I'm going with the, getting my truth out. It's a theme I'm going for. You don't have to have a theme. You can just play in it and do what you want, scribble and draw. But I got kind of a theme going. So I went ahead and pulled out some magazine things that I thought would apply, and I thought we could make this our cover. But some of these magazine, you know, are pretty frail. So I was thinking, how could I put them down and not worry about them coming off or getting messed up? This is just nice. I've just gotten this in some stuff. I deserve inner peace. So we could put that on there. Here's one. I just copied these off. See? Affirmations. This one says, the one I was going to use says, today is full of possibilities. Wouldn't hurt to use them both. But there's that one. Love the journey. You know, you gotta love the journey. You can't be all just having the destination in mind. I don't think you can anyway. I mean, you can, but it makes for a less pleasant journey to get there. And I want to enjoy the whole deal. Real life tested, that's for sure, as many of us can affirm. And I think I said it in a previous video, it really is very important for me to be authentic. I got these just out of a kid book, but I thought some guardian angels would be helpful, or some fairies. These look like fairy godmothers. You know, we can use all the help we can get. This says helps interrupt the cycle. But I think we could get rid of the helps. Although this journaling does help interrupt the cycle. But we could just put interrupt the cycle. I definitely want to be done with this cycle of stressing and feeling bad. Here's one that says the story. What's this one say? Each day the world is created anew and offers me new opportunities. That's nice. So anyway, I was thinking, how are we going to put these on the front of our cover and not have it, you know, getting messed up. So we could Mod Podge, although I don't really have any Mod Podge right now, so I was thinking, you know, what we could do, how about we just used packing tape? How about we just paste them down and then use packing tape and just cover the book? Oh, I think that's what I'm going to do with this cover. And as I said again, we can do lots of different things, but let's just try some basic, good old basic stuff we've got. So first of all, let's decide kind of where we want our pretties at. Okay? Let me see. I feel like the bigger pieces need to go down first. The colors are great, aren't they? Love these colors. So if we put these down first, we can just, you know, we don't have to do the whole thing. I like mine kind of catty-cornered and catty-wampus. Okay, so just get out the stuff. Look for stuff when you go to the thrift store. I am going to try to self-care. And so we've got a girl here meditating. She's got her crystals out. She's on her cushion. And I think that's going to be a really important part of my journey is self-care. I'm determined to care for myself and not get caught up in that, you know, hustle, bustle, and forget the self-care. There. And we can just kind of mess and fix and, you know, see where we want stuff. Like I said, this is just to lay it down, and we can kind of fuss around with it. Yeah, that's nice. Scoot it over so we can see our girl in there. And she is, looks like she's praying, she's contemplating, she's meditating. Right? So we're going to be doing plenty of that. I do deserve inner peace. Guys, we all deserve inner peace. We've got our etheric beings helping us. Right? Our angels, our guides. All those wonderful things. We got to help ourselves, right? But we also got to help ourselves. So, you know, we have to take care of ourselves, or we're not going to be good to anybody else. Love the journey. I'm going to just tear this off of here so we can get the words as much. This was, this was like, I think this was off of a calendar. Okay. And that's a fun thing. And like I said, again, I was doing it or previously I did a Valentine craft earlier, but I just love the ripping and the tearing and all that fun stuff. Whoa, we don't want to tear a girl. We don't want to tear our sweet angel. There. Yeah, we can put that there. Love the journey. And it really is important, guys, because, you know, what's that saying? Life happens while you're making plans. Right? We have today. That's what we have. We have right now. And so we need to grasp that and enjoy that. And yeah, you think about tomorrow, but this is what we've got. Okay. Let's see. Let me put a little glue on here. And we will just stick these down authentically. I want to be authentic. I want to interrupt the cycle that has had me, you know, going for a long time, and I just want to be done with it, guys. I just feel like I'm getting too old for this. Today is full of possibilities. Yes, it is. I'm just randomly sticking them down. Now, I don't think I told you guys yet what my book is going to be about. Maybe I have in previous things, but let's put it right across her. The gist of the book is going to be about when I was 14. The story. Let's just stick it there. I still have a hard time saying it. I ran away dash got kidnapped. I know it sounds so crazy. And I always considered that I ran away from home. But you know, yeah, a kid can run away, but real life tested. But basically what happened was I got kidnapped. And it was just a really odd circumstance. It was the 70s, and into the 70s. And, you know, they didn't have things like they have now, or have had, even since the 80s. I feel full of love today. So what happened was I had struggled. I had really been struggling at home. I just was like, gosh, like a latchkey kid, except really worse. And some things had happened. My parents had split up, and we just were really, I did have an older sister that was still at home with me. She's about 2 years older than me. But I just was wayward, and I got with the wrong crowd. You know how that goes. I didn't have any guidance, and I'm going to pull this out of here, guys. I didn't have any guidance, and so I was just left to run wild. My folks were divorced, and my dad wasn't really around. I don't really remember him being part of my life, especially as I got into those young teen years. Mom always worked nights. Now, I think in retrospect, I think she thought her mom was kind of watching us, and her mom didn't live far. She only lived like a block from us, but, you know, we might have checked in with her every once in a while, but she certainly wasn't, you know, there watching us. Wasn't ever at the house or anything like that. So, yeah, it just so happened that, one thing led to another, and I'll get into it more, you know, maybe later, but this is what I'm writing this book about this year. I had been abducted by an older man, although at the time I thought I was just running away from home. I was so naive, and, well, I mean, I was a child, so, you know, children are naive. So I'm just going to take this tape. If I can get it pulled off of here, right? This is just generic packing tape. And I'm just gonna put it across the book and smooth it out. So anyway, happenstance was, you know, I thought I was grown, and I was going with this boy that was too old for me. I think he was 18, 17, 18. I think he was 18. I think I'm just gonna do this even here. And a few things had happened, and I've honestly, since I've been thinking about it, and I'm starting to remember these things, I'm remembering bits and pieces, because I thought, why in the world did I decide I needed to run away from home? I mean, because like I said, I pretty much did what I wanted. Nobody was there. I was skipping school, and I think what had happened was, I think my dad had tried to step in. Now, he had remarried, and he had another family, and I was pretty bitter about that, even at that age. So I didn't appreciate that. And so there were a few circumstances where He caught me one day skipping school, and I mean, when I say he beat me black and blue, I'm not joking. He beat me black and blue, and this is awful to say. And we, we have a great relationship now, but just looking back, and that's why this is so difficult, going to be so difficult. He caught me skipping school, and he chased me down, and I ran into an alley. We weren't from a very big town. He was uptown. So I think he was going to the bank to deposit a check or something, and he saw me and the boyfriend. Well, the boyfriend got away, lucky for him, and my dad threw his car in park and chased me down and caught me, and he whipped off his belt. And I mean, I'm just being matter of fact about it. My goodness, it's been, oh, wow, it's been like 45 years ago, okay? And proceeded to whip me, and this sounds absolutely horrible now, whip me black and blue until I peed my pants. Trigger warning. Guess I should have said trigger warning before. Anyway, yeah, it was intense. He was so angry. And so he took me home to my house, and I changed clothes, and then he took me to school. Well, then after that, I remember him coming to the house, packing up my clothes in a couple of paper grocery sacks, and his wife, my stepmom, worked at the high school as a secretary. So he had said, the junior high was separate from the high school. You had to take a bus to the high school. So he said, when you get out of school today, you go to the high school, you ride the bus to the high school, and you come home with your stepmom because you're going to be living with us for a while. And I'm sure, you know what, I had been used to doing exactly as I pleased for such a long time. I thought that was completely bogus. And so, must not have been too scared of him, because when school let out that day, I just rode the bus home. And to, his, not to his credit, like the next day, my clothes just showed up back at the house. I very much got the distinct feeling that his wife wasn't keen on that idea. She had a girl my age. Probably didn't want me being a bad influence, right? Anyway, I'm saying all this happened, and so probably looking back now, that is why I'm thinking maybe I decided that running away, quote unquote, from home was a good idea. Now, where on earth was I going to run to, right? But you're a kid. You don't think about these things. And I had that stupid older boyfriend. And so he had a friend that lived out at a trailer park in town somewhere. And I can't for the life of me even remember where the trailer park was at. His friend said, hey, I know some people she could stay with. Like, kids, you just don't think. So anyway, we went out there, and I started, I was introduced to this man, and he was a man. He was almost 40, and he had a little girl, he had a child that he said was his child. Who knows now? I just took everything at, you know, face value then. And he's like, oh yeah, he wasn't from there. Said he was from California. And his brother had come there first. His brother, and they had a whole bunch of kids. I'm going to go ahead and put a tape over the front of this, or these holes, just because, you know, it'll keep them in there. Seems like a good idea. So anyway, I don't know how long I was out there with him. I would certainly hope someone was looking for me, but you know what? Who knows? I mean, I'm sure they were, but town wasn't that big. Still isn't that big. But anyway, one day, sometime into the visit, that's a little fuzzy, or when I was staying out there, he said, he was just passing through as it was. He hadn't been there long, from what he said, and he was leaving town. And me, as a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed kid, ready to go on an adventure, was like, he says, do you want to go with me? Now, he had already started working on me, and he had already started grooming me. He's like, I'm leaving town. Do you want to go with us? Him and his little daughter. She was well into being 2. And I thought, you know, just so naive. So naive. Not thinking about anything being bad or bad happening. I had literally never been, we lived about 2 hours from St. Louis. That is as far as I had literally ever been. So I was like, sure, I'll go with you. And that started what ended up being an 18-month ordeal that finally I was found, and I was so relieved. You know, what I think started out as, for me, as an adventure, because I was such a child, very quickly turned into a very serious, scary, abusive situation. And honestly, it's amazing that I was found and, live to tell about it. So anyway, that's, I just wanted to fill you in on what I'm talking about with this book and what I'm talking about doing this year. So, okay guys, so that's heavy. I know that's heavy, but that is it. And I've been avoiding it for, like I said, it's been like 45 years ago. So it's not like it happened yesterday. And I've been talking about it, talking to my girls about it, talking to my kids about it, talking to my therapist. So I don't take it as a matter of fact at all. I'm telling you about it. But let me tell you, it's heavy stuff, and it's going to be heavy stuff as I unfold it and start even remembering more this year. But I wanted to let you know what the book was going to be about. And we could talk about it more. Okay, I like this though. So we just used packing tape, but now look at this. And this was just scraps we had. We made a cover for our book. Okay? And you can look back if you want to see. We're doing the junk journals on Monday. And we'll just continue this. Now, I'm going to set this one aside for you guys. I'm going to continue to work in it. I've just kind of got myself a basket here of things I'm going to be using. I was going to show you too. I did find my jar of tape, and this is just another fun thing that you can use, washi tape. And so this makes a fun thing to use to do like a border on your pages if you want, or whatever. This is like chalkboard tape, so You could write messages to yourself, but I found the washi tape. So this is going to be the cover. And if you can see, I went ahead and, like I said, just kind of put things in here and covered up the pages I did have, which were the pages from this book. And then we can make more pages because we've got plenty of room. See, we can add a bunch of pages as we go because I'd like this to be like a whole year book. But I think that's a nice cover for us. And it's nice and protected now. And we can just go in and work on our book and add to it. And we can always add, you know, if we want to add something else, just stick it on, stick a piece of tape over it. And so I am going to continue to work on this, but next week I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct because this one was easy. I'm going to go ahead and show you how we deconstruct another book, start using it to make another junk journal. Okay? Alrighty. I'll see you guys later. It's a modern day Nana, okay? Hope that wasn't too heavy for you. I'll see you soon. Bye.